Hello and welcome to Second Edition. My name is Gabe Muncaster.
And I'm Austin Levine.
On today's broadcast, we are looking at how a small, family-owned business has been able to grow their customer base on the World Wide Web, even during the COVID-19 pandemic.
And make sure to stick around. The holidays are coming in fast, and what better way to celebrate than with some bizarre holiday movies? We'll be discussing those further in.
While many annual traditions may have been postponed throughout the pandemic, the Kiwanis Club of Edmonton has kept the annual Top Cop Award alive and well.
Kiwanis is a worldwide organization, and our goal is giving back to one child, one community at a time.
Constable Jed Winter has been hard at work in the last year, volunteering his personal time to work with children at local schools. Winter raised thousands of dollars to help children dealing with cancer in Edmonton.
He does this on his own time. He's not paid to do it. He just really stepped up and made it work well.
Constable Winter has made his mark on the Edmonton community and doesn't show any sign of stopping as we go into 2021.
Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, the Edmonton Food Bank has found ways to keep busy and prepare for the Christmas holidays. While COVID-19 has made new challenges for the food bank and the way they do business, it has not stopped them from running multiple successful food drives and fundraisers to help those in need.
Have some grocery stores, food raisers and fundraisers. We're collecting at the Winter Wonder Forest, which happens in Snow Valley from now until the new year. So there'll be food bank boxes there and volunteers to help you with your food donations. Awesome. You can also make monetary donations online through AMA, Rosano.
The food bank is always looking for some extra help during the holidays. To volunteer, you can head to their website at www.edmontonsfoodbank.com.
The COVID pandemic has exposed all of us to the intense mental health effects isolation can bring. Unfortunately for many seniors in the city, they were isolated long before the first cases hit Canada. London Drugs focused on giving back to their community this holiday season. Christmas trees stand tall in each store, holding labels of much-needed gifts for local seniors.
We now do it across Western Canada for London Drugs. I think to date we had done about 44,000 gifts approximately to seniors, low-income seniors, those in need.
London Drugs will be running this event until December 16th. If you'd like to participate, visit a London Drugs store near you and take a look at the labels on their Christmas tree. The Trendy Walrus is a small-town, family-owned business that was able to use COVID-19 to expand their customer base nationwide.
Reporter Allison Kendall had a chance to chat with the business's head of e-commerce.
Originating in Camrose, Alberta, the Trendy Walrus was only able to reach a population of just over 13,000 people. With their online business being the main focus during the pandemic, they were able to gain more customers, with over 16% being just online. Alex, tell me, what did you do to help keep the business afloat during the pandemic?
We went through a number of different stages, I guess you could kind of break the lockdown into, where we were trying all kinds of different things. But I think the most important thing that we did is that we really tried. We didn't shut the doors quite literally. Behind the scenes and behind those doors, we continued to innovate, we continued to reach people, we continued to really push what we were able to do well. I began working on our website, not last summer, like the summer of 2019, and we launched it around 6 months later in January of 2020. At that point, we had basically nothing to work with online. Short of just, doing like Facebook posts and Instagram posts, and people would message and be like, hey, do you have this item? And we'd be like, yeah, we sure do. We'll put it put aside for you and you can come pick it up. But it was like really small time stuff. Now, however, the online sales, like today alone, for example, we did about $1,000 online just today on its own. And like over Black Friday, it was a pretty considerable portion of it. And it's just this thing that just kind of continues to just bring in, a few sales a day. that we're shipping off coast to coast. Check out the trendywalrus.com. You'll see firsthand how nice and easy it is to navigate. And I did that just by looking at places like Nordstrom, Saks Fifth, Harrods, places that have really dialed it in and really have a strong online presence. We got to the point where we could open the doors again over the summer, and at that point we had everybody was super excited. We've been interacting with them all the way, whereas a lot of our competitors literally just shut the doors and completely disappeared. We stayed with the customers the entire time. We made sure we were connected to them and available. We were still open to them without being open all the way through lockdown. And people didn't forget that. And we had a lot of really good experiences. We made a lot of people happy in a really dark time.
Are there any big plans for the future of the business?
I'm currently looking at expanding our online presence more into the States. Currently, we ship all over North America, and on special requests, we don't officially ship to other places, but if somebody requests something, we can usually make it happen.
Alex, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
I really appreciate the opportunity to be on to answer some questions.
For Second Edition News, I'm Allison Kendall.
With Christmas right around the corner, but COVID-19 restrictions still in place, many student athletes are unable to come home for the holidays.
Our reporter Cassidy Chandro was able to talk to 2 student athletes about how they plan on handling their COVID Christmas.
Today I'm here with Cass Lytle. So Cass, my first question for you is, where are you from and where do you play hockey?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm from Foxhorn, Manitoba, and I currently play hockey at NAIT in Edmonton.
As you're unable to go home for Christmas due to COVID, what's it going to be like not being able to see your family?
It's definitely going to be a lot different, and it's going to be difficult not being able to do the rituals and be with them on Christmas Day. But I know that it's in the best interest of them and myself for our safety and the health of our well-being, just due to the new restrictions that are implemented. So it'll be different, but it's in the best interest of them.
Are you planning on doing any kind of video calls with them at all, or what is Christmas Day kind of going to look like for you and your family?
This year for Christmas, with not being able to go home, I think we're going to plan to do a Zoom call, like how we did earlier in the year for Easter, where we weren't able to be with each other, but we can plan a Zoom call so then we can still somewhat see each other virtually, even if we can't see each other in person.
Okay, perfect. So today I'm here with Chloe Reed. Chloe, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. So my first question for you is, where are you currently attending school and where are you from?
I'm currently attending school at Trinity Western University in Langley, BC, and I'm from Leduc, Alberta.
So you play hockey at Trinity Western then?
Yep, I do.
Okay. With COVID and its restrictions, are you able to go home for Christmas this year, or what is that kind of going to look like for you?
No, there's a few of us on the team that just because of the restrictions, we're stuck on campus over Christmas break.
Okay. Have you been able to see your family at all since school started? When did you move, and have you been able to see them since?
No, they dropped me off earliest September, and I have not seen them since. I've FaceTimed them and stuff, but not in person, no.
How are you dealing with being unable to go home for Christmas? Do you miss your family? Do you think it's going to be a bit different this year, obviously with COVID?
Yeah, I'm going to FaceTime them on Christmas Day, probably when we would open the presents usually, so I can watch my brother, my sister, my family open their presents. I'll probably mail my stuff home to them that I was going to give them for Christmas so that I can still see them open it, but I don't know, it's still going to be much more different than a normal Christmas would be.
We're going to take a short break, but be sure to stick around.
When we come back, you'll be treated to a list of some unconventional Christmas movies.
And how to make your very own holiday decorations.
I'm so bored.
That is an abrupt cut.
You're bored. Welcome to NR92.com and listen to our radio dramas.
Sweet.
Stay home and stay entertained with NR92.com.
You don't have to be on campus to connect. NR92.com. Stay connected, stay safe.
NR92.com. More than music.
Stay home, stay tuned. NR92.com. Campus Radio. Check out our Instagram. Come hang out virtually with our hosts.
Ugh, I'm so bored.
Hey man, you look bored. Head to NR92.com and listen to our radio dramas.
Sweet.
Stay home, stay entertained with NR92.com.
Welcome back to Second Edition. I hope you've got your pen and paper ready to take down Thomas Doucette's list of Christmas movies that are not so traditional.
We've also got Sarah Gouda, who will be taking the stage to demonstrate how you can make your own beautiful holiday decorations on a student budget.
Hey guys, it's Sarah Gouda from Second Edition, and I thought that since the holidays are around the corner, it would be fun for us to see how we can decorate our house on a budget. So without further ado, let's get started. And we're back here with Rose de Leon because you know what they say, if you can't buy it, DIY it. So here Rose is going to be showing us how to make snowmen. I'm a snowman.
Okay, on a budget, and we're going to make it with salt and pepper shakers. So the best store is Dollar Store or Dollarama. So you'll need your glue sticks, your little mini glue gun, your Mod Podge, some snow, ribbon, your paints, brushes, your little styrofoam balls, and your little decorating things, and your salt and pepper shaker. Okay, so we're going to get this. We're going to grab some of this and just put a little bit in. Okay, we're going to get 2 styrofoam balls, and this is where your little glue gun comes in. Okay, and then this. And we're going to do his eyes, so we want to do them final product. All done, little snowman.
Thank you for making me. Merry Christmas, Rose.
Merry Christmas to you too. Merry Christmas, everyone.
A Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah.
Miracle on 34th Street. National Lampoon's Christmas Holiday. I am sick of all these Christmas movies. The holiday's grown stale with repetition. The same movies, the same re-gifted blender that's gone from aunt and uncle to grandparent. And possibly worst of all, that horrific fruitcake that you get from big box stores that no one ever eats. So today I'm going to take you through a couple non-traditional holiday movies that'll make your family go, why are you putting that on? Huh. You know what? This place needs a little bit of holiday cheer. Oh my God. Isn't this so much better? I got the nice warm fire, I got the Santa hat, and all my friends. My only friends. Boy, I love the pandemic. But I digress. We're going to talk about my first recommendation today, and that is 1982's Batman Returns, starring Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, and my writing candidate for Sexiest Man Alive 2020, Danny DeVito.
I am not a human being! I am an animal! Cold-blooded!
Now this was directed by Tim Burton, who did both Batman and Batman Returns, starring Michael Keaton. But this one, they let him get a little bit weird, so it's fantastic. It takes place around the holidays, and children may or may not get thrown into a swamp. Now the second film we're going to talk about today is 2005's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Directed by Shane Black, this is the movie that revitalized Robert Downey Jr.'s career. It is indirectly responsible for him getting cast as Iron Man, so Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is responsible for the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe is how I look at it. It is hilarious, it is R-rated, so this one is definitely for after the kids go to bed, but it is hilarious, you will enjoy it, it is fantastic.
Doesn't that suck? I just hit you for no reason. I don't even know why you want to.
Alright guys, I hope you can appreciate at least one of my recommendations. They can both be found on Amazon Prime, and if you don't like either one, well, you can just go back and watch Elf again for the 27th time because Will Ferrell is such an amazing actor. Ha, he's so funny. Right, that's what you're thinking. I hope you're proud of yourself. I've been Thomas Doucette, 2nd Edition News.
Thanks, Thomas. I know I'm looking forward to watching Batman Returns over Christmas break.
We work really hard here to make sure the show goes well. Thanks to everyone in the studio, and thank you for watching. This has been 2nd Edition. We will see you next week.